another episode of the Caffeinated Librarians, Mayapack Public Library's pop culture podcast.
Lou.
Today is the start of our crime series, and we're going to start with one of my favorite Disney movies that I feel is very underrated and doesn't get nearly enough love as it should, The Great Mouse Detective.
Yes, I concur. Great Mouse Detective, what year? 1986?
Yeah.
1986.
Fun fact I found out, Great Mouse Detective, they claim kind of saved Disney.
Yeah.
Because while it wasn't like a real huge commercial success, The Black Cauldron was so terrible.
Badly.
Not terrible, but so poorly received, I guess.
Yeah.
That Great Mouse Detective was kind of like got such at least broke even.
Yeah.
So that it kind of like saved Disney. Otherwise, Disney it was at a rough point in Disney's tenure.
For about 10 years, they had been really having a tough one.
Yeah.
A lot of reused animation. If you ever watch Robin Hood, that's the funniest movie because it's just
the
all
dancing
animation.
Sequences, all like the Cinderella dancing sequence.
Yeah.
A lot of Jungle Book gets thrown in there. It's funny.
A lot of the Aristocrats is also in that one too.
It's when Maid Marian is dancing.
Dancing. And
She's
does the
dancing
move like
just
the
like
white
Duchess. Yeah.
Oh.
But yeah, and then just, I think the one hit they had in that run was Winnie the Pooh, which that was cheaper to produce, so and reused theatrical shorts. So.
There wasn't much going on in Winnie the Pooh.
Yeah, so I think it's appropriate that we start our crime series, which all of our crime movies, I think, are going to focus around a hero. Mm-hmm. And not only does this movie focus on Basil of Baker Street, who you can look at as Sherlock Holmes, but it also was the hero of Disney.
Yeah.
So, take it away, Katie.
So, the Great Mouse Detective, as Lou so eloquently put, his name is Basil, and he's Basil of Baker Street. So he is the mouse variation of Sherlock Holmes, and a toy maker called Mr. Flaversham.
Whatever.
Get it right.
gets kidnapped by a peg-legged bat with a crooked wing.
His name is Fidget.
Fidget.
I actually... Did anybody really like Fidget?
I love Fidget.
Yeah, I kind of messed with Fidget.
He was a dumb sidekick.
Yeah.
One of
Yeah.
my favorite
dumb
scenes
henchman.
in that movie is where he's going over the list and he's like, got to
Good girl.
this.
No, didn't get the girl.
At least he's got a checklist. A lot of times they end up just screwing it up because they try to remember it.
That voice was so messed up.
Yeah.
I don't know how that dude was doing it.
Oh, and the mouse queen doesn't even think anything of it. She's just like, you knew. You've been with us long. It's a bat.
These mice are dumbass.
Yeah.
Because, the queen was just like, this bat is fine. And then they're all looking at that robot queen being like, yeah, this tracks. This is real.
No, this is fine.
This is weird. This is legit.
The monarchy lasted that long.
Yeah.
Well, it is a reflection of human society, so,
And I do.
Now, Mouse Society being just like human society raises a lot of questions for me. I really like this movie, but, what was Dawson doing in Afghanistan?
I know.
He was serving in a mouse war.
he went on the ship, and then he learned,
Yeah.
and then he went back on the ship, and he came to America.
But there's
there's no cats in
mouse colonialism happening. Why are the mice doing this?
And who are they colonizing? Are they colonizing other mice?
Yeah, I
they must
they're
be.
colonizing
I think
mouse
it's a
India.
product of conditioning, because they live in these houses, and
I like
they
how we're
have
all
to get
thinking
around the
so
humans,
hard
and so
on
they
this.
end up adopting the
Hey,
behavior.
they
of
were the
humans.
ones who mentioned the mouse empire, okay?
Yeah.
That wasn't us.
But this seems like a me thing. I'd be the one going deep dive, and everyone's saying you're thinking too hard on this, Simona. But
No,
for the first time, it's not me.
I think this
feel
one
so happy.
warrants deep thought.
Yeah. No, I love this.
And this isn't the only Disney movie that has sentient mice.
Yeah.
We've got several films where
definitely not.
sentient mice.
Yeah, what's with Disney
Like
and
Dumbo.
mice?
Like Dumbo, the mouse is literally a little
Timothy?
conductor.
Oh, yeah,
he's
I love
so
Timothy.
cute.
And
I like
Cinderella's
Dumbo
mice.
Mouse.
We love the Dumbo mouse.
I mean, they're built
Timothy.
on a mouse.
His name is Timothy.
What I said.
Timothy.
Yeah,
Or is it pronounced?
I got you.
Timotei.
It's
Because-
Timothy.
Is it
Timothy.
Timothy?
It's Timothy.
Can't tell anymore.
I think Chalamet's name is just Timothy.
He said it's Timotei.
Oh, I don't believe him.
He's messing with us. If he
I
actually
would
said-
hope so, because now everyone in the media is all like,
Well,
Timotei.
well, according to interviews he's given in the French pronunciation, it's Timothée, but he says you can say Timothy.
His parents say
I don't care. Not even.
I don't think about him enough to.
Yeah,
Yeah.
to really
I-
care about
it.
it.
I think about his
He's got nice hair.
his old YouTube channel where he modded Xbox 360 controllers a lot.
He had a
I didn't
YouTube
know
channel?
that.
Yeah, he was like a middle schooler, and he was like, "Yeah, this controller's really sick. I get a lot of kills in COD with it." Like,
Oh my god.
Wow.
Humble
Bro.
beginning.
Wow.
So yeah, implications of the Mouse Empire aside.
So, all right. Initial thoughts. I'll get this back on track
So
for
the
us.
mice are racist.
All right.
Okay,
Well,
yes,
no, no, no.
rats.
Thank you. Okay, no, now
And
we're-
other rodents, clearly.
No, I don't know that he's racist. I think he maybe made like a kind of a
like
one
snobby
yeah.
comment.
yeah, but like the reveal that like, oh, you're a rat is like you can never hold a position in government.
Oh,
True.
that's not what I was referring to.
She's referring to the
Like, at the
the
beginning,
comment
his-
about the stitching, that it's pungent because of where the stitches
Oh,
come
okay.
It's from Afghanistan,
Yes.
Yeah.
yeah. I was like, ooh, Basil.
Yeah, that first scene's a little rough for Basil. He comes in with the.
That's
with-
so.
with
that's-
My fun facts that I shared this morning. So the guy that voices Sherlock Holmes, like the actual Sherlock Holmes that lives above him, is archival video footage of Sherlock Holmes from 1943, which is also why Basil's named Basil, because that guy is named Basil.
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember my other fun fact.
That the voice actor who
Oh,
did
for
Radigan
is Eggman on Batman.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, Vincent Price.
Nice. OG.
Camping it
Yeah.
up in a beautiful
Yeah, I
way.
recognized him from the Thriller music video in
Yeah.
Batman.
Yeah.
But Radigan is my favorite villain in a lot of ways. He's not my absolute favorite, but I love him. He's my favorite character in this movie. He is so campy and so over the top.
Can we
and so
talk about
dramatic.
how he managed to have a cat do his bidding? That was something that
Fully
shocked
It's
me.
impressive.
Even more than the
Yeah.
idea of mouse colonialism. How did
I
he
love
get the
that.
It's
cat?
awesome.
Yeah.
And that's a big cat.
Yeah.
It is a big cat.
That's one of my favorite scenes in the movie where Bartholomew calls him
A rat.
And then he's like,
I know. He's
Also, shout out to 80s Disney movies, like, smoking, drinking,
yeah, no hold
everybody,
barred.
yeah.
There's a
Burlesque
They- I was just gonna
bars,
say, yeah, they
let's go,
got-
hot mice.
So I know.
These-
fun
It
take.
was an awakening for some people.
Fun take. The way they got around censors was to say they're not human beings, they're mice. So the
Yeah.
scene wasn't taken
Little
out
did
of the
Disney know
movie.
the damage they would instill in
So-
future generations.
But like Basil, so like these mice are living like what 3 years max.
Yeah.
That dude is smoking like a chimney. He's gonna die in like a month. Like there's no way tobacco smoke is good for mice, right?
I guess that depends. What about alcohol? Can alcohol consumption be good for mice?
I mean, they
What
always
about coffee
test on
consumption?
mice.
Definitely. They drink tea. It's England. So.
Oh yeah, they don't drink coffee.
Depending on the
My bad.
kind of mouse, it looks like he can go from like either 12 to 18 months to 5 to 7 years, 2 years if they're an African pygmy. But let's say 12 to 18 months, so he doesn't even have 2 years. He's got
So
a year
he's,
and a
he's
half.
living life to
Yeah,
the
poor
fullest.
Basil.
Yeah.
He's like solving crimes. How Watson has survived is an anomaly. Maybe it's
Oh,
all
I
the
know.
chemicals.
But yeah, this movie's a lot of fun. You know,
It is. It's so much fun.
The animation's very lush, especially for
Yeah.
this era of Disney. Like just like especially on Radigan, his movements are very very fluid and fun.
Yeah.
They changed a lot according to like IMDb's like trivia page. They said that when it came to like Vincent Price's like mannerisms, they said, especially his voice lines, the animators sketched his exaggerated Shakespearean gestures
Yep.
and worked them into animating the poses of Ratigan.
And the only other time they did that was for the genie in Aladdin,
Fair enough.
for Robin Williams.
It only makes sense with exaggerated tones and stuff like
Yeah.
that. I don't think Ratigan would have been as cool as they thought. They said initially Ratigan was also supposed to look like very thin and weak, but because Vincent Price was chosen to play the role, his appearance was changed
Yeah.
accordingly. So now he's a big bulky
I love that.
rat.
He's amazing.
Yeah.
I really do. I love him so much that he is mad at Flabbersham in the one scene where he's refusing to do the robot. But it's not until oil gets on his suit that he gets truly angry.
Yeah.
And I love
And he crushes the
He wants what he
toy.
wants.
I love him so much.
Also, in what world is that robot fooling anybody?
Mice!
Well, that I think it's supposed to imitate like the automaton.
Yeah.
That they were building at the time, the little clockwork ones that have like really insane movements. Like there's that swan one that's in the museum where it looks like it's actually like the movements are uncanny. During that time period, they would have been like, "Whoa, what's that?"
Yeah.
I had actually forgotten that.
That little toy had
that-
better animation though than the
Oh,
previous
yeah.
one did. That thing was fluid.
Yeah, how did he make that? How
That
did
thing
he
was
do
gorgeous.
That's what I
wanted
thought
that.
too. My mom loved that sequence when he plays. I was like, oh my
The
god.
little ballet dancer.
Yeah,
It's just
I was
so
like, how did
beautiful.
he do that? I was like, I want it. I want that toy.
Who didn't want that toy? That's such a cool toy.
But actually, that reminded me of a toy. I don't know if anyone else had them where they were flower shaped and you turned a gear and the flower petals opened.
And
there
then
was
they
like
started dancing?
No, and there wasn't that good. And there was a little figure that came with like the.
I'm trying to think. No. Keep explaining. I think I got it. I know
So
what it is.
so like when you turned like the lever whatever, the petals would slowly open up and there was like a little figure that'd be in the center and she usually came with an animal friend.
That's
And then you
probably
could
where they
turn
got
it
the idea
again.
for the ballerina then.
Yeah, and then it would close back up again. It was
I
they were
think
all
I know what you're talking about. I don't know what it is.
That was not, no. I
No.
had action figures.
At first, I thought you were talking about like sky
Oh.
dancers for
No,
2
that was
seconds.
my-
Yeah, I
So,
thought
we're
that
good?
was, yeah, it's not.
I wanted action figures, but it never worked out. Let me see if I can. I'll find a picture and I'll show you.
Okay.
So Basil
Yeah.
of Baker
Basil
Street.
Baker Street.
My favorite
I-
sequence is the one where you meet him for the first time and he's dealing with like the little science experiment and he makes one sound and he goes. "Pop, pop, 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 pop."
Bubble?
Pop,
Bubble?
pop, 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 pop,
Bubble.
pop, pop, pop. I was like, man, that's
Also, all that's so just like what is this guy doing? It's all nonsense. Like,
Is it nonsense, Lou? Is it?
all nonsense. All his little science experiments.
Kind of reminds me of Nightmare Before Christmas when he does his
I
experiments
love
and it's like, what are you doing?
Basil. Like, he's such a narcissist.
Yeah.
And, like, if one thing goes wrong, then the world is over. Because
Yeah,
he's
he
not
was
the
ready
greatest.
to let
That's a
Ratigan kill him at the end.
Oh that's really funny.
I do love that scene, though, where he figures everything out.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That's another thing. All
That's
he's saying
just-
was nonsense. Oh, the equilibrium of an isosceles triangle squared.
It's a children's
talking
movie.
about?
They don't understand.
It's like, what does
As
that
an
even
adult, you're like,
mean?
That axe would 100% would have squished them.
Yeah.
No. That I love that of just the Rube Goldberg machine going wrong.
There are so many of them.
Yeah, I guess they're just fun to animate and
Yeah.
very visually.
What, the
The Rube
yeah.
Goldberg machines, yeah.
The 80s were big on them, weren't they? Because like, yeah,
That's-
that
big
was like the
adventures.
sci-fi thing.
Yeah.
They were like, that's so cool. It's.
I
wonky
just
and
admire the amount of effort Ratigan put into. First of all, he recorded his own album.
That's the biggest
That's
thing to me.
Yeah.
He's
Yeah.
got it. He's got
Ratigan
his
in
own-
the
You
studio.
have to respect him. Like he puts so much effort into it and so much flair on
Yeah.
everything. You
And
have
think
to-
about how prepared he was. 'Cause he's even like, you're 15 minutes late. I wanted to watch.
He's
I
OCD.
can't now.
I know.
It's a good thing that he didn't stay to watch, otherwise they couldn't free themselves.
I think they still would have been able to. It happened so fast.
I think Ratigan should have won.
Yeah.
Why not? What was even his? What was he gonna do that was bad?
Take over the
Take
monarchy.
over the monarchy.
And
Okay, but
And
like, imagine.
I'm
how
sure
many-
that queen did at some point, or her family did.
That's-
True.
I mean, yeah.
Also, the outfit that he
Imperialism.
wore, the outfit that he wore when the robot announces him as like her second in command. Like,
Her royal consort.
what the hell was he
My
thinking?
I know, no, I support entirely.
I was like, what is he going for there? What dictator is he going for?
Well, exactly.
Yeah.
That's what he's going for.
I like it says like all the old people. It says the children. He's kidding.
Sorry about the fact that Radigan had like an
I-
airship.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A damn dirigible.
A dirigible.
He definitely has style.
Well, I just love the
His-
fact that when he's trying to get power and the kid in the crowd, like, sticks his tongue out at him and makes raspberries at him, and the mother slaps her hand across his mouth.
Also, so everyone refers to him as professor.
Yeah.
So he's a professor of something.
That's
Like,
like Moriarty,
Moriarty
as well.
doesn't
He's
teach
supposed to
that.
be like Moriarty,
But I
where
feel like
he
it's-
is a professor.
No, but what's he a professor of?
But what? Yeah, that is
Moriarty
true.
was
What-
supposed
evil
to be like
genius.
mathematics
Does-
or
Oh.
something.
Does Radigan work at Mouse Oxford?
Probably.
Is there a mouse officer?
I'm
It has to be.
sure.
There's a mouse Buckingham Palace, so
Yeah.
So
so it
I
makes
I
sense.
love
Yeah.
those little moments where like the cute ways that they kind of remind like I can't really explain what I'm trying to say, but like little cute moments where you feel like, oh, we're Basil's home entrances.
Yeah.
It's just like it's
Yeah.
just so cute. I
It
can't
is
really,
very cute.
all those little moments are just adorable. But I am curious if there's a Mouse Oxford.
So if he's a professor,
He's a mathematical professor. That's what Moriarty is supposed to be, a mathematical professor.
So, it would
So
make
what
sense
happened
for
to make him go
be
evil?
as well.
He's
What-
just
what happened to make him go
He's an
evil?
evil genius.
He's just smarter. He
It's
thinks
a-
Is he?
He's
But,
smart.
but is he an
Think about
evil
it.
genius and is he still a professor?
Well, that's
At
yes, of
Oxford?
course.
he's bored.
I think Radigan's only motivation is just this is funny.
I also
Like,
think
I enjoy doing this.
he wants
Some
to be part
men
of
just
Mouse
want
to watch the
society,
world burn.
so
Yeah.
he's also been like subject to prejudice.
He wants to bring down the society which
Yeah.
looks down upon rats.
Yes.
Which also, how come we don't really see anything of rats?
Yeah, I was just gonna say, why aren't there
Because
other
they
rats?
chase
Where
the
are
rats
they?
out and he's
Maybe
pretending to
genocide.
be a mouse.
We don't know.
But everyone knows he's a rat. His name is
Also,
Ratigan.
yes, thank you. Yes, he's like, don't call me Rat. But your name is literally Ratigan.
He couldn't.
It's cool. It's cool.
He
It's
can't
cool.
help
It's
the
cool.
name.
It's cool.
That-
Ignore
yeah.
the man behind the curtain.
I was curious though where the other rats are.
Yeah, where are the
That's
rats?
what,
They weren't even at the.
Disney,
They
you are
weren't even
missing
at.
vital information.
They weren't
Where's
even at the
second?
seedy bar.
Well, maybe because they're not
They're in the
allowed
sewers.
to be a part of normal mouse society. Maybe they are second-class citizens. We do not know.
Yeah,
They're the
maybe-
sewers.
I think
So-
everyone's
Yeah.
just thinking just a little
maybe
too hard
because
about this.
Because he was like, oh, we need to go where the sewers meet the river. So maybe the rats live in the sewer, and they do have like an imitation of mouse society. So it's just
Interesting.
all the way down. you know?
Oh, that really
That's like.
The layers.
That's reminding me of Us right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like just. Wow. The Jordan Peele movie.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you meant us as in us. I was like, how is this conversation reminding you of us?
No.
Sorry.
No,
We're a
I
big
love-
happy family.
My favorite part is Olivia. I love her accent. Would you like a crumpet, Toby?
Yeah.
I know.
Toby?
Yeah.
He's so cute.
Daddy! Daddy!
It's gonna be our new.
It's great. I forgot that she had that accent.
They got like an actual 10-year-old in there, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think so. It was wonderful.
My dad had the little like roll of the R's as
Yeah.
well. I love
Yeah.
that.
He-
I'm pretty
he's
sure
got
he's
a-
he's been in other Disney movies
Yeah,
though.
but he's
You
got
can
a
hear him.
Scottish accent.
He's the one that plays in Lady and the Tramp. He plays literally the little Scotty
The
dog.
Scotty dog.
Oh,
Yeah.
that tracks.
Yeah.
See, there's so many callbacks to Lady and the Tramp. Look at us go.
Yeah.
Well, Disney during the time period, even now, like likes to rehash a lot of their old
Yeah.
voice
Well, this
actors.
is 31 years after Lady and the Tramp.
Yeah.
So.
My favorite part, it's Toby.
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 That's a great dog.
He is a
They
good
animated
dog.
him great.
Yeah.
He's
Just
yeah.
friend shaped.
The
Can
best
turn
of
his ear
boys.
into stairs.
That's
I
my
know.
favorite. That
I
is
love that.
My
genuinely
mother
my
made the
favorite
same
gag of the
comment when she's
movie.
like, "Oh, his tears become stairs." I know, that's so awesome.
He's the best of boys.
Fidget is probably my favorite, like, side character in following his plot. I love him because he's not bad at his job, but he's not great at his job.
Yeah.
Like, he gets it done,
Yeah.
Yeah.
but how
Yeah.
well is it executed?
Not very.
But I love him.
I want to know his life story. Like, what happened?
Yeah.
Like, how did he go so wrong?
And you know,
Also, like, sorry to cut you off, but after Felicia eats part of him, his ears grow back. Did anyone else notice that?
Wait, his ears grow? Wait, what?
Because when he comes out of Felicia's mouth,
they
his
probably
ears are all
animated that
Swiss
first.
cheese.
The ending first.
And
Don't worry
then,
about it.
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
He took one of those concoctions. I don't know.
Yeah, that's
Don't worry
Yeah.
about it.
Don't worry
I
about it.
thought I just don't understand why he's so loyal to Radigan.
Maybe he saved
Stockholm
him.
syndrome?
Yeah.
He also has,
Saved it,
he has
Stockholm syndrome,
limited
fear.
life options
Yeah,
and
I mean-
job
Fear is a big
choices.
one.
Maybe Radigan
Yeah,
has
because
like
everyone is like
Maybe
afraid of him.
Radigan-
maybe he's got like a
Eats
really good 401k plan.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh my god.
All the booze you could ever want.
That's true. It was flowing.
Yeah, they were
Yeah.
partying
Yeah.
in there.
So,
It
and
looked like a good
drugs.
time.
That champagne
Yeah.
fountain. I do.
Yeah, it looked like a
You
good
know
time.
they have mouse opium.
Yeah,
Yeah.
100%.
Oh.
What did they call the drink that he drinks too? Like, it was like,
Oh, Basil was talking about how cheap and seedy the bars that Radigan hangs out in.
yeah. But he said there was like some drink. He was like,
Oh,
where,
the one
where
where
you
he's
could
like,
get where you could get this specific drink, and I'm like, okay, that's what they're drinking. But I forget what it
Yeah, I
is
don't
now.
remember what it's
The one that looks
But-
like gasoline because he puts something in it. He goes.
No, that was
Oh,
how
no, that
they
was
knew
the
it was
salt water.
sodium.
Oh,
Yeah,
the
that's how they
salt
knew it
water,
was the salt water, which is how they found the seedy bar. That's the kind of bar I'd want to go to, though. Let's be honest.
I love the bar
Fights.
scene. I love like their waitress. I love the bartender slipping them a drug and then Dawson on stage with the
Jolly
burlesque
good,
dancers.
baby.
Also,
He went back to his days.
if you bring up Radigan and then literally everybody in the bar gasps, and then she says, "Never heard of him." Like,
Yeah.
listen, lady, like you didn't hide it well. We know you know who he is.
Well, they're all
I actually really liked Dawson too.
He was adorable.
Yeah, I liked Dawson.
Yeah.
I liked when he got drunk, and he was a fun drunk.
Yeah.
Just wants to
I love
dance.
his crop top too.
Yeah.
his little Mr. Shmee outfit.
Yeah.
he reminds me of Gus in
Oh, in Gus
Cinder-
Gus?
'cause-
Oh,
yeah,
Gus Gus.
Yeah. Gus Gus.
And the
He is
same,
like Gus Gus and
he's
Speed.
the voice of the Sultan in Aladdin. I found out,
Yes.
Very
Yeah.
Oh.
and they kind of look alike.
They
Yeah,
do.
Yeah,
they
they
do.
do
They
kinda
look
look
like they're
alike.
both kind of childlike.
Traced over
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, I like how polite he is when he bumps and he gets mad when the woman like is just like
Is
just
rude.
yeah, it's like
Are we about to start? Get him, Watson, get him. Yes, it is the mice from Berlin.
so cute.
I love reading Wikipedia pages from Disney movies from this era because there's our old friend Michael Eisner always pops up and always
what's he
suggests
doing?
maybe the worst decisions of all time. And it's awesome. He was like, this is a great sentence here. Michael Jackson was considered by Eisner to voice a character who would enter the saloon, confront Basil, and sing a song at the tavern. But the suggestion was met with uncomfortable silence, for which Eisner withdrew the idea.
Shot is shot.
Didn't we watch a Disney movie once, and like he wanted a bunch of really awkward people to be in certain roles? Like, didn't you bring that up once? I forget what it was now.
Yeah, I forget what. I think it was like he was like pitching like Jack Nicholson to be.
Yeah,
in
I think
something.
that's right,
It was
actually,
very
yeah.
strange
No,
stuff.
thank you. No, Jack Nicholson pitches.
No.
No.
No, thank you.
Yeah, and he retitled
Scary.
it from Basil of Baker Street to The Great Mouse Detective, and all of the animators were very angry about it.
Yeah.
One of them sent out a memo making fun of it, being like, "All right, so we're gonna retitle a lot of movies. Now we have Seven Little Men Help a Girl."
Snow White.
Yeah.
Yeah.
7 little men help a girl.
Very awkward
I think I
That's
saw
like
that.
one of those like things where it's
What?
like,
I
how
saw
can you
it.
poorly explain
I don't
a
like
movie
Snow
in one
White.
sentence?
It's
Some little men help a girl.
I think the animation on Snow White is awesome.
Yes, no, it's
I
beautiful.
don't really connect with it much on
Yeah.
like an emotional level, but
Yeah.
I think it just looks gorgeous.
It's very pretty, and I like all of the dwarves. I think they're adorable. I just don't like her. I don't think
Well-
there's enough substance there.
What,
for
Because
Snow White?
she's
Yeah.
she's a 1930s girl in a fairy tale story, and what do they all
The
think
source
about?
material's better.
boys.
Because they were trying to Christianize it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why it's Disneyfication usually takes it to takes all the bad things usually, and then they make it more family
Yeah, they do that.
appropriate.
No.
I mean, it was the 80s, so. I like the attention to detail in the animation. I was
Yes.
talking to Katie about it, where like at the beginning where Olivia is crying inside the boot, I like that they're sitting on liver pills. That's
Oh!
adorable.
Yo,
Reawakened.
the at the end
Oh yeah, we were talking about that too.
when they are in the air and the
yeah.
balloons and the stuff, whatever they're on, I don't know if that's
It's
like
a
book
book
of
of
matches.
like a
matchbox.
matchbox, right? That's what I thought. I would be terrified.
Oh yeah.
I would be so scared.
But don't
the-
you know that Sherlock Holmes has no fear?
That clock tower sequence is really awesome.
Yeah.
That was
Yeah.
actually the first
Yeah.
time they used CG.
Yeah, and it's
When-
very well masked.
Yeah.
It is.
It's
When
amazing.
when I was a kid and I watched this movie and Radigan actually becomes
It's
the
scary,
rat,
right? Yeah.
it scared me
Well, that's
so
it
badly.
reminded
But
me a lot of Clayton and Tarzan. where
Yeah.
you have the same the lightning. and
Oh,
everything.
yeah,
well, I was
yeah.
thinking Beauty and the
They love
Beast with the Beast and Gaston.
Yeah.
yes,
Amanda, that sequence was actually super inspired by the Castle of Cagliostro.
That's what I was gonna bring up to you because remember you showed me that a while ago, and
I
then
did not show you that movie.
you showed me that scene.
I have not shown you any scene from that movie.
You showed me a scene where they were in a clock tower.
Okay.
It's just so beautiful.
What else was that?
I don't. Not that movie. I've never shown scenes of that to you guys. I've never recommended it to anybody here.
Then what? Then what did you show me? Where they're in a clock tower?
Not that.
I can't.
You
get-
told me it was like a famous scene.
Do you have receipts?
I don't remember what I had for breakfast. But I remember being like,
I'm
"Oh,
gonna have to think
this
on
looks
it. Was
like
the movie
this."
that I showed everybody?
No, you showed me one scene of something.
It wouldn't have been from that, but it would have been from something
You showed me
else. I
one
can't
scene
think
of something. They were in a clock tower, and they were like fighting.
Okay.
I'm sure there are more than one
Yeah.
movie
Yeah.
where they're in a clock tower.
Regardless, Cagliostro goes hard. Highly recommend
Yeah.
it. Super fun adventure.
Maybe I'll look that up.
I think
definitely
if
show
you
that.
guys like this, you'll love that. You know.
Coglio.
Well, I know that our next pick
Is
mine
yours.
will be
Lupin the Third, the First.
Lupin the Third, the 1st. So it's not that movie, but it's the same
Same-
person who's in the movie.
Yeah, same
Okay.
character.
Interesting.
Is there a
There's no
clock
clock
tower?
tower in that one.
I do really appreciate the animation in this. We were also talking about the balloon scene with
Yes.
the matches. I like that when they're catching up to him, when they release the balloon, it's not smooth. It's like all over the place
yeah,
because it would be.
It's
yeah,
like chunky and
Yeah.
yeah.
made of bed sheets. The
It's just-
finest linens that he can steal from the royal family.
It's just so great.
So plush.
I love the attention to detail in the animation in this film. It's just beautiful.
Yeah.
I like the smog in London too.
Yeah, I liked how dark all the exteriors were.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It feels really. I don't.
Like you were in London in
Yeah.
the late 19th century. I think this movie takes place in 1847, 1857.
I would have put it at the early 1900s, but
I think I thought that
I don't know.
they put like a date
Yeah, it is.
title,
Yeah.
but I don't remember what the date is.
I don't.
Our fact checker.
Apparently on Wikipedia it's 1897. I
So
don't
does
think
it-
that's in the movie.
I have no idea.
I don't trust
It-
Wikipedia.
It does pop up. The date does
Radigan's
pop up in
outfit is a
the.
little
Okay.
too modern then, but
Yeah.
that's fine.
What happened?
Radigan's outfit's a little too modern then.
But what about the little girl's outfit?
I mean,
She's a peasant.
Olivia.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
She's an Irish
is her outfit
immigrant,
accurate?
Scottish.
She's Scottish.
She's a Scottish peasant.
Is it? But is the outfit accurate? It
The-
didn't look accurate for
She
the
just
time.
looks like a child.
Yeah.
I don't.
Is she? I don't know if she's a peasant. Her dad's like
A toy maker.
This is a
Seemingly a
monarchy and
famous
she's a
toy
peasant.
Amanda.
Facts.
They're probably lower.
They're probably
Lower.
lower middle class.
her peasant.
They own their own
It conjures like working the fields. They're clearly
No, not
doing
working
that.
the field. He's working really hard. But she's hiding in a shoe because her dad got kidnapped.
Yeah, because she had to leave her house.
First of all,
Yeah.
those are
They
really
own a
bad
house.
when they let the daughter
And the
go.
shop too. That was destroyed. by
The
Fidget.
directors of this really have a great track record. This, Little Mermaid, Aladdin,
Oh.
Hercules,
Wow.
Treasure Planet, Princess and the Frog, and
Well,
Moana.
I was gonna
What?
say you brought
I
up
didn't
Black
know.
Cauldron.
Wow.
This was the start of Disney going through really poor decisions, because the people who worked on Black Cauldron were the people who would eventually go and do Treasure Planet, and Disney sabotaged their whole thing.
Yeah.
They
No,
made them do this.
These
whole
guys did
thing.
Treasure Planet, not
These
the
guys.
guys who did Black Cauldron.
See, I like
I
Black
thought the people who
Cauldron.
worked on Black Cauldron
Maybe the
then went
animators.
to
Yeah, maybe some animators, but yeah.
Yeah,
And-
because there were two main guys who were part of, I believe, Disney at this point, and they said they wanted to do this. This was their dream movie. This is what they wanted to do. They
Great Mouse
pitched it.
Detective.
No,
No, Treasure
like
Planet.
Treasure Planet, and then would go and work on all these movies. And by the time that they got to do the movie they wanted to do, Disney had kind of like screwed them over. So it's like during this time period.
Disney.
Yeah.
Well,
But-
Treasure Planet got a theatrical release.
Yeah.
Yeah, a
Right?
poor
'Cause I thought
one.
I saw it in theaters. Yeah.
A poor one. They like revealed the entire movie in like one trailer. Like they
Yeah.
had one trailer for it, and it just told you the entire movie, versus other trailers which were like, "Oh, come see our cool new movie." This one was like, "Here's the plot of the entire movie. We're not gonna leave anything. What was the point of going seeing this movie? Don't worry about it."
They released it in January, where movies go to die.
That was another factor too. Is they did release it during a time when.
Yeah, not great. But I remember one of
Holding
the fast
grudges.
food restaurants had a deal with them because I had the little pink guy.
More.
Morph. Yeah, I had him,
Yeah,
but I
but
don't remember which one it was.
John Musker and Ron Clements, absolutely killer
Yeah.
run here.
So they're the
Yeah.
directors,
Yeah.
and they did all those other movies.
Yeah.
Yeah, they
Wow.
did the Little Mermaid after.
I like that like two of the really good like post
Did
2000s
they
ones
also
are
do
them too.
Yeah,
Beauty and the
that's
Beast?
insane.
No.
Oh.
That's crazy that
What?
they.
Yeah, like they
They're-
come back, they do Princess and the Frog, and
Yeah.
then disappear,
last
come
real-
back and do Moana.
Moana, yeah.
Yeah.
And it's like, damn, all right.
That's why you know Moana was good.
Moana was amazing. The Princess and the Frog has become one of my favorite Disney movies.
Yeah.
It was
When
like
came out
their
in 2008.
last hand animated
Yeah.
films, and I really
Yeah.
wish to a certain extent that Disney would go back and do like a new
Hand-drawn.
one. I love exploring new areas of animation, and I do like the direction they're going because their animation is still beautiful and fluid. It's just I think the writing quality currently is not as good as like what they used to be.
Yes.
No, it's
They're
a lot
cutting
of
a lot
recycling and-
of corners, and they're telling the same story over and over again. Dude, that's not to say that that's not Disney's MO in a sense.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
But-
they've been doing that since the 30s.
We'll
but-
just keep doing it. It works. Let's go. They have a formula, and that's what it is. But I would love to see another hand-drawn
I
Disney
think,
animation.
yeah, I think it'd be an easy slam dunk, you know?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
That was something I felt sad about when animation was something I wanted to go into. And when I went to a school that was dedicated to it, I was interested in hand-drawn, like 2D animation versus 3D animation. And they told me flat out that, oh, we're not really going to be covering that because that's leaving.
Yeah.
We're not doing that anymore, so we'll only spend like a month on it, and then the rest of this 21-month course is all just going to be like working alongside gaming studio, like students. Then we're branching off into 3D, and I was just like,
Wow.
oh,
Yeah.
Wow.
sorry, it was 2 weeks, 2 weeks on hand animation,
That no.
and it's a lot of work.
Yeah.
I did
Yeah.
one little animation. That was a lot of work.
Yeah. No, animation's a lot. When I
Just a running sequence.
archived animation cells, I had 2,500 individual cells that
Yeah.
each needed to be like interleaved, and that's all hand painted and hand drawn.
yeah. I think that's why animators are weird people most of the time.
Yeah.
It's just absolutely bizarre work.
Well, Tim Burton, I know, in like reading one of his his biographies, he talked about how one of his first jobs at Disney was working on Fox and the Hound,
Mm-hmm.
and one of his things was he hates that movie because he sat there and he drew this stupid fox for like so many is not really what he wanted to do, but he just hated that movie because of how many times he had to look at that fox and that dog, and he was like, oh my.
Talk about time to cry.
That's really a bizarre children's film.
Yeah.
That
Like,
movie
and-
rips your heart out.
I love that movie though.
I cannot watch
What
it.
were the
I do
decisions
not-
behind Bambi and Fox in the House?
preparing children for death?
yeah.
So get back to Mouse Society. How do you think they domesticate cats? How do you think they learned to domesticate
Well, it's
I think
their
because he's a
one
rat.
big natural
Yeah,
He was
enemy in a
probably
city?
feeding the cat mice.
He
Yes.
was
Yeah.
fat.
Yeah, we saw him do that, so that's probably how he did it.
Yeah.
He probably was offering the cat mice until it realized.
And Toby
"All right,
isn't
you-
Basil's
you're
dog.
chill."
No.
That's Sherlock's
Holmes,
dog.
yeah.
Yeah.
How did that whole relationship happen?
Well, that's because
He's mean to Toby. It's a little girl that's nice to Toby.
I mean, I guess Toby.
Why does he like
I
Basil?
imagine Sherlock's probably mean to Toby too. Sherlock's not a nice.
I think
To
dude.
be
it's
fair,
also-
we've seen
Yeah.
other movies with Sherlock and how he treats his dog.
Yeah.
So maybe.
And Radigan's very sweet to Felicia. She like
Yeah, he
hugs
is.
her
She,
face
to be
and-
fair, has a squishable face.
Yeah, she
And I
does.
would also.
She kind of reminds me of one of the kittens from the Aristocats.
Yeah.
Marie.
Yeah, she like Marie.
I just-
gone to pot, like basically
Just
saying
a
like.
big girl.
I
Yeah.
liked her paws a lot. I thought they were very cute. And
Can we
I
talk about
just-
how she's running
She's
from Toby and
squishable.
ends up
She's
goes in the.
And she jumps
like,
right
like,
into the Royal
big
Dog Guard dog.
Scary shadow, and you just see the stupid little bow.
Yeah, yeah.
I love Disney's like trying to make things not as scary. They're just
Yeah.
like, there's the bone. And you're like, oh.
She's so cute.
Oh, yeah, she's just a house cat. Like,
Yeah.
She did. I felt bad for that tiny little mouse though that got like
Bartholomew.
Bartholomew? Yeah.
Poor baby.
I
Chose the
love
wrong
that.
side.
Is,
He got too drunk.
that's my favorite scene though. I
He
think
was having a
it's
great
the
time until
entire
it wasn't.
sequence.
What a way to go, you know?
Yeah.
Where he's
Wouldn't
just
have- you wouldn't have
continuing to
known
sing, and you
anything because
hear
he
him
was too
continue to sing
drunk.
He
until
was hiccuping.
dies.
He was. He
I'm like,
was
give
hiccuping.
him. It's okay. Like maybe put him in a jail cell for a night.
Hey man, that
Don't feed him to the cat.
that jungle juice gets you twisted. You know what I'm saying?
Jungle juice.
He was-
My God.
At that point, it might as well have been. We don't know they're mixing champagnes.
Yeah, it was like pink. Like,
Well, it's like- most sparkling wine is pink in Disney.
Yeah.
It's very.
I think it's to make it more look like juice.
Yeah.
In a sense, maybe like sparkling.
yeah, so you can tell a kid who's like, "What are they drinking?"
Except-
It's juice.
Except for in Dumbo, it's not pink colored. The elephants are pink.
Oh, no,
but
they
the-
got
Yeah, they don't care
Yeah.
about Dumbo.
No.
They had beer bottles and they're like, just put it in the water.
I love when I love that it's just like a 2-year-old elephant getting wasted in that movie.
Dumbo is something.
That song's terrifying. Oh my god, I hate that song.
That song's a lot of fun.
No, it's all those gigantic elephants.
You want to know what was terrifying? The clown puppets in the toy shop.
Yeah.
That-
no,
the
toys
Mar-
are-
the marionettes in
The-
this
the
movie.
Jack in a box?
Oh, yeah.
God.
No,
This
I
child's
saw.
like,
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
I understand it's
No.
supposed to be kind of a creepy, and the
Yeah.
doll with the no eye. It's
Oh,
like,
I know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're like, oh no,
I love when
get that thing
the
away
doll
from
falls
me.
and shatters, but the
Yeah.
eye still blinks.
Uh huh.
They're humans.
I love Toy Store at night as a way to scare children. I don't
Yeah.
know. Like, there's definitely like a Rugrats episode where that happens.
Yes.
And Chucky's
Yeah.
like,
There's a movie. It's a movie. I think it's in one of the movies. I'm trying to think which one. I think it's the first one. But yeah, children's stores, nightmare fuel
Yeah.
at night, especially for a mouse. Just
Yeah,
humans in general are scary, and then we go see giant baby dolls. Like,
I think it's propaganda because they don't want the kids to hang out in a toy store at night and have the best time of their lives.
we should bring that out. We should bring that propaganda back and get the teenagers out of the malls. Like 9 o'clock at night.
But
Sephora
within
needs to take a note.
that scene, I love that scene where Fidget has Olivia in the sack and he's running up the blocks, and then Basil's trying to catch up to him, and the music just smooth. It's such a great scene, and he misses, and it all goes toppling down.
I think Fidget is the reason why I have that laugh. I do use that laugh like when I'm at home and something good something unexpectedly good happens, and I just go around the house like, yeah. I think it's because of Fidget.
I love him. He's just a delight.
He's a single bat in a world of mice.
Yeah.
He's a rodent in a world where
It's a single bat ready to get on the dating scene.
God.
Radigan's in the way.
Also, it's like with Fidget when he tries to grab Olivia first and she stomps on his foot and he goes, my foot, my only good foot.
He's not smart, man. But
Said he's
I think
not bad at his job.
he does cling
Yeah.
to Radigan as like a father figure, in a sense. There's this weird, I don't know. It's like, how else would a bat really get with a rat? You know,
That's
he
what
had
I'm
to like
saying.
saved him.
Yeah,
And he's
that's-
kind of beaten up. He's not smart, even though he's. I don't know when he picked him up, but clearly Radigan did not care too
What's
much.
No, I had a thought, but I'm not going to say anything.
Say it.
Why?
No, it's okay.
It.
No, it's okay. Never mind.
No, now you've said something. Now you gotta say it.
No, it's okay.
It's gonna bug me.
Let's say it off camera. How about that?
Okay, yeah.
No.
All right, the
On
cameras aren't rolling. We turned them off.
No, you didn't.
No, it's okay. Let's continue. Okay. I'll say it off camera. What my thought was about the Bat character.
About Fidget.
Yeah.
What?
No, about why he's missing a leg.
Why do you think he's
What's
missing
wrong with
a
his
leg?
big
I
leg?
feel like if he wasn't missing a leg when Radigan got him, Felicia ate it.
Yeah.
But
People with peg
that's
legs
what
are
I was. That's
suspicious.
what. Oh, I'm sorry. I hit the mic. That's what I was thinking of. That he may have been caught by Felicia. Radigan saved him, and he was like feel eternally grateful to Radigan.
I
And
thought you were
you-
gonna say some filthy.
Yeah, I thought that was gonna- that was going to be something
Why would you
else.
Just
Why would
trying
you
to-
back away from that one? That's,
Yeah.
that's
I know.
Trying
fine.
to come up with
Part of me's like,
what you were gonna say about the bat.
Yeah.
Yeah, I kind of thought like Fidget was like was almost like those were his punishments from Radigan. So like
That's
he lost
what-
his
yeah.
leg.
Yeah.
As like
Oh.
a
That could be
punishment.
too.
That'll
Radigan
teach
pulls
you,
him
that'll
back out
learn
after
you.
she chews out his ears.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
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 Like he's like punishing him. Yeah, it's like his.
Which would make sense because all of his other lackeys are like afraid of him.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
he's a giant rat. You seen that tail of his? Like, I think it'll like, knock me out. If I was a mouse. Like, how did he goes around pretending to be a mouse? He's got that big old rat tail. I'm looking at his outfit
is
right
he-
now. He got a big
But
rat tail.
But
Not
is he
this-
really pretending? Like I got
Yeah.
the
He
feeling
is.
that
He is. He does not want to be a rat. He
No, but-
which is
self-identifies
why-
as a mouse.
Which is why when Bartholomew calls him a rat.
No,
he
I
gets
understand that
fed-
he doesn't want it acknowledged, but I didn't think that it was under delusion. Oh, I'm not.
No,
I just thought he didn't want
if
it
he pretends-
openly
No,
No,
he's
acknowledged.
a mouse,
he's
then he's a
delusional. He is Delulu.
Unlike
as the kids like to
Moriarty,
say.
which
Is that what kids
was
say?
like a
I think
calculating
so.
genius, he is
Delulu?
not. He may be a
Delulu.
genius, but he's not calculating.
Yeah.
Kids these days.
Everybody has their vice. Radigan's is the fact that he lives in a delusional mindset where he is a mouse.
A
and everybody
Delulu
says,
mindset.
Delulu. He does Delulu. No. But yeah. Radigan. Big scary teeth.
So then,
Big tail. Big hairy arms. Claws.
I love him. I
I love how
claws.
Disney portrays rats. They're just evil creatures. Like Lady and the
Until-
Tramp, they have like the rats that come in and they're like little. I look at rats in New York City. Like I see one in the subway and I go, oh.
Do you see the one that had a pizza slice and it was running down the stairs?
They are New York citizens in
Yeah.
my opinion. Pigeons and rats are New York citizens.
I
They
love
pay taxes
pigeons.
and they're
Is
just
Remy
getting
the
by on
first
life.
rat that they have that isn't scary?
yes,
Who?
Remy from Ratatouille.
I had
Oh.
a friend and when
You
I
got
lived
that
in
in
Florida,
stereo. That's what.
I lived in Florida, and when I was about like 5, I knew a kid who said his dad worked for Disney. And I was like, oh yeah? If your dad works for Disney, what's the next movie? He was like, it's about a rat that can cook. And I was like, that sounds stupid.
Oh.
And little did I know that would become one of the best Disney movies.
It's amazing.
I love that movie.
You're
That was way down the
cool.
line, though. And
Yeah.
I was like, sounds familiar. I'm sorry to that kid. I remember your name, but I won't say it, so...
Ratatouille is amazing. I wasn't anticipating how much I'd love it until I saw it.
Well, I just love the fact that I think it's Pat Oswalt who voices Remy.
Is
Mhm.
it?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, it's Patton Oswalt.
Patton Oswalt, yeah.
But Disney, you know, has clearly never visited New York.
So that's the only good Disney rat?
What?
Yes.
Oliver and
Oh wait,
Company
the
feels
rats in
very New
Oliver
York
and
to
Company
me.
for 2
Yeah.
seconds
Yeah.
that do the singing bit in Oliver and Company aren't evil looking.
Why
Just
should
rats.
I worry?
Yeah, the Billy.
They don't
Joel
sing
song.
that.
Why
But
should I care?
They're
one of
all
those scenes is a little.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Billy Joel is
Oh.
Roger, though.
Yeah. So they're all.
That's
Billy
Brian's
Joel.
favorite Disney song.
Is it really?
It is.
It's good.
Mm.
I don't know what my favorite Disney song is off the top of my head.
I have too
It might be
many.
Radigan.
That's it's so good.
I have too
Or Hey
many.
Fellas again. Hey Fellas.
Oh, yeah. It's just so good. Once I used to listen to the Disney soundtracks, the ones that were like different.
The CDs
colored
that had like the
mouse
different
ears.
colors. Of
Yeah. The green one was my favorite. But
You're-
now I think the purple one's my favorite.
What was
They
the
had
green
red
one?
The green one had Be Our Guest on it.
That
That
was
was
like
mine.
the cassette.
I had
tapes.
I had the yellow one. I had the yellow cassette tape because it had a Pocahontas song on it, and she's my favorite.
She was my favorite growing up too.
Mhm.
Everyone called me Ariel, and I said, "Get away from me."
The Lion King's my favorite Disney movie.
Yeah.
No contest. I can quote it word for word, and it's. I love it enough that when ABC Family every now and then used to have like the Lion King 1 and 2 back to back,
Yeah.
I would watch it for like 6 hours.
I don't blame you.
So what about 1.5?
1.5 is great.
I saw that in theaters, I think, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Because
Was
they
that
made
a
like
theater?
a big deal
Was
out of
that?
it.
Did that one have a theater?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, Great Mouse Detective did not get a dumb
Yeah, why didn't it?
sequel
Why?
that went straight to videotape because it didn't need it.
No.
I like.
Although we
most
need more about
Mouse
Mouse
Right.
Society.
Yeah.
But they set it up. They could have had a whole series.
They
They
could
have
have.
House
They
of
could've-
Mouse
they
where you
could've
get
done-
all the characters in Disney that come up, and
Yes.
Basil does show up.
Yeah.
It could've
But
been
that's
a
not
series.
enough to understand the
Yeah.
intricacies of mouse culture.
We
I'm
definitely
with
could
Joe.
have-
I
I
think
need to
they're-
learn more
it
about
would
mouse
have been
culture.
better than like the Aladdin series. Or
Yeah, that was-
any of those.
There was going to be some kind
Yeah,
of
Aladdin's-
romantic connection there in the second one too, between Basil and the woman.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say Basil and Dawson, and I was like, yeah, you felt that too.
I could see it, actually. Basil
Maybe
really
not
wanted
this
Dawson to
duo
stay.
person.
Yeah, Basil's
No,
just like,
but-
please live with me.
Yeah, and Dawson was. I mean,
Disney's
Dawson
like,
was
no.
even like, I guess I should go find somewhere else to live. And then Basil's like, why don't you just hang out here? And then she comes and he's like, right, Dawson,
They're
you're my
just
partner?
roommates, Lewis.
That
They're
maid
just
can
roommates.
only do so much.
I like it.
They ate a lot
I
of
love that
crumpets.
with their little like housekeeper that makes them cheese crumpets.
Did
Uh-huh.
anybody else want to have cheese crumpets?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yo, I
always.
really
Yes.
want cheese. I love cheese and I love baked goods.
Yeah. The fresh cheese crumpets. They're
Fresh
so warm.
cheese crumpets.
I was upset that Watson didn't even get a chance to have any. When she brought them out, I was like, damn.
Olivia was hoarding them in her pockets.
She had the right idea.
No.
She was on the street for a while, so
That's true.
she knew how to play the game.
Who's Toby?
Obe. It's our new Jimmy. And
Yes.
Obe.
I love how my movie picks can give you guys your enjoyment, your entertainment.
So what are we rating it?
Cheese crumpets.
Yeah.
Cheese crumpets? Okay.
Yeah.
Who's gonna
Or
start?
rat tails.
No cheese crumpets.
I like cheese.
How many cheese crumpets will I stuff in my pockets for this movie?
I was-
Luke.
Well,
Oh.
you know,
Don't.
I'm gonna be realistic here. You know, it's no the hell's the name of the movie with Christian Slater and Marissa Tomei?
Yeah.
Wild and
Tape.
Hard.
Untamed.
It's no Untamed Heart.
There's no.
Um, 5 out of 5. Cheese crumpets.
So, I think everyone knows what my rating's going to be. I absolutely
0 out
love,
of 5.
love this movie. I grew up with this
She
movie.
hated
This,
She chose it and she hated it.
This is 5 out of 5 cheese crumpets.
It's a 4.8.
Of
Cheese crumpets.
course.
4.8? Wow, that might be your highest rating.
Yeah.
No.
She did.
No.
Oh, you
it
did
was
good.
not a 5 out of 5 for Anna Karenina.
It was
It
over.
wasn't?
That was
It was
11 out
over
of
the
5?
moon for that
Yeah.
one.
Yeah.
That one had
It was
an
under the
emotional
moon?
and life
Over the
impact
Over the
on
moon.
me.
Yeah.
Great Mouse Detective. When I think of like Disney movies, it's one of those ones that I could quote. Like as I said, I love doing that stupid little laugh around my house. I'm pretty sure I got it from Fidget.
Yeah.
when I think of like my favorite Disney movies, Great Mouse Detective always pops up in my mind as one of my absolute favorites. I don't care about the quality. The story is solid. It's fun. It's also a bit dark for like, you know, great for adults to like sit with their kids and watch and still be entertained. Yeah. Although now as an adult, I'm seeing the Mice Ladies, and I'm like, Disney, what are you doing to the past generations in the 80s? They created a subculture. That's weird. And so I think it had a cultural impact, and a lot of people don't talk about it anymore, but I think they should, and I think it's great. It holds up.
You know what that reminded me of just now? Have you seen the John Oliver where he buys the mice making love?
Yes.
Like
Yes.
there's paintings of mice like making love, and he like goes out of his way to like find them. You should just YouTube that at some point.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, his ongoing bits about animals.
Doesn't somebody draw him in one of them?
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. He
Because
starts
he looks like a
buying a
mouse.
lot. Yeah.
He does look like a mouse.
That's what he says.
It's hilarious.
Simone.
It's so funny.
Get him in the Great Mouse Detective sequel.
Yeah.
Oh,
He would be great.
my God.
He'd be
The live action
amazing,
remake that
my
Disney's
God,
gonna do
that's-
next.
Yeah, it's just him.
John Oliver!
They don't do anything to him. They don't even give him ears. So, yeah,
He plays Clattersham.
Yes.
Oh my God. Simone and cheese crumpets.
I'm waiting. I'm waiting to see what.
3.5 cheese crumpets. It's a cute movie.
And what's
How
your
many-
reasoning
How many?
for that? She said
3.5.
3.5 cheese crumpets.
It's enjoyable, but not something I'd ever watch again.
Ever. Interesting.
Ow.
Something you never watch again.
Like another movie.
3.5 is
that-
a positive rating.
3.5 is usually where I put
I
most of
said
this.
it was.
Is it? It's like
said it wasn't-
like a C minus.
A 7 out of 10 means it's like better than 70% of movies.
It's more than half. 3.5 is more than half.
Fair.
Yeah.
Oh, right.
Fair. All right.
I'll have to justify my
3.5 is a lot
ratings.
more than half.
Yeah.
I didn't.
I am only teasing
I'm defending
you,
you,
Simona.
Simone.
We know
Simona.
because it's like.
I am
Simona,
teasing
you hate
you,
my films.
Simona. You just, you know.
What happened?
No,
No, I will rate yours very high, just to spite them.
You heard it.
Is it very high? No,
Right.
3.5. It's a very enjoyable film. It reminded me of like old school
Nice.
like Disney film
Well, it's
because like I didn't think it was made in the 80s. I thought it was done a lot earlier. Yeah. So yeah, I enjoyed the animation. I love rain sequences. Like one of my favorite sequences like with Bambi is like the rain scene. I just love the sound of it, the way it was animated. I love when he finds her in the boot. It's just so cute. So yeah. The boot.
I knew a Scottish family, and one day he asked me, "Do I like boots?" And I couldn't understand what he was saying. I was like, "Yeah, I like boots. They're cool, I guess." And he was like, "No, boots." And I was just like, "Books? I like books." And he's like, "No, boots." And my mom was like, "Boat." And I went,
Oh, boats
Shit.
as in rowing the boat?
That's
Oh,
not where I thought you were
"Do I
going
like
with that.
boats?"
Yeah.
Get your mind out of the gutter,
Yeah, I thought
Lewis.
you were going somewhere else.
It's like
with that.
boots.
yeah, so no, it was definitely, and I think it's the first time I've seen the film in its
Oh.
entirety, because I've seen clips of it, like,
Something, 13,
it's something where if you haven't seen the whole film, you
It's
still
still on
know,
TikTok.
you still know of it. And I like Radigan. I kind of wish he'd won. I support his takeover goals.
I love him.
Honestly, if the people are so dumb as to confuse their queen with a robot, you kind of deserve to be
Fair,
taken over.
that's
So,
Mice
Fair.
are not the smartest creatures. They're smart, but they're not that smart.
so.
They only live
And I like
a year and a
rats.
half.
I love Radigan. Radigan is the reason. Radigan and Fidget for me are the reason I give it a 5 out of 5 cheese crumpets.
I do love the scene check off too, because I didn't get the girl.
I didn't get the girl. I love him so much, and I love Radigan. He is sassy and dramatic and over the top, and I love that he adds a little flourish to everything he does. I love his spats. I love his outfits. His
Basil's a
color
little
tan.
sassy and over the top and stuff too.
Yeah,
Everybody in this movie is a bit sassy,
Yeah.
okay?
It's just great. I like
Yeah,
Basil,
yeah,
but
yeah.
Radigan steals the show for me.
He does.
He is amazing, and I love him. I would also let him win 100%.
Let him take over.
I just think it'd be funny. You know?
Yeah.
Rat supremacy.
Let's see what happens.
Yes.
Yeah. I'm a little. I'm between 3.5 and 4 here. But, sure. Vincent Price is here. It's a 4.
But the lack of mouse lore.
little
Really
more
just
about
No,
that.
I'd be even mad. I'd be mad if they like explain too much about it. Just leave it be.
Yeah.
Make it a series.
Gotta
Make
let
it-
the mystery be.
Disney, make a series.
Nice.
That one was for you, Lou.
Nice.
Gotta let the mystery be.
Yes.
Let the mystery be.
I like it.
I need a new one. Disney, get on it. Make
Oh,
TV
yeah.
show.
Really fun movie.
I like it.
Take us out.
Well, thank you everyone for joining us. Please comment, like, subscribe, and we'll see you next time.
Bye.